Good afternoon, Chancellor, President, members of the official party, members of my staff, Kathleen Newcomb, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates. I'd also like to acknowledge the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Sandra Harding, who is unable to attend today. But we do have my favourite former Brisbane Lord Mayor, Sally-Ann Atkinson. Is she here? Sally-Ann. Can we acknowledge Sally-Ann? My mentor since I was in my 20s. It's wonderful to have you here. Firstly, congratulations to all the students today who have graduated from James Cook University. It's an honour and an absolute privilege to be addressing you today in the 49th year of this prestigious university, James Cook University, and the 40th anniversary week of the Serena Rosso Group. This is our 13th graduation ceremony. I am so excited to be the keynote speaker. We have 257 students graduating today from India, France, Colombia, China, Brazil, Philippines, Nepal, Indonesia, Hong Kong, and dozens of other countries. And I've been to most of these countries. I'd like you to know that you, as my graduates, as our graduates, you are inspirational, brave, courageous, and passionate. And once again, congratulations. You left your countries to come to Australia to start your educational journey, and you've done it. So now, you are an influencer, you can now continue to lead, you can be whoever you want to be, and today you too can become an extraordinary entrepreneur and be who you want to be, but love who you are today. So there are three things that I'm really, really proud of that I'd like to share with you today. Firstly, I am so excited to be standing here in your presence, in the presence of your family and friends and, our community, our country. This is an amazing week for me. 40 years ago, we had 10 students. And I stood here and I thought, this is so surreal. I too didn't come from Australia. I came from a little village in Sicily. And my parents had the vision, because of World War II, to see that there was another land of opportunity apart from the land of Sicily. And we came by a boat, and several years later, my dad came first, and then he brought my mother. And he brought the four of us. I was the baby. As a child of 5, I couldn't speak English. And we sat and we lived right next door to the wealthiest family in Australia. They owned this hotel. And I recognised then that I came from a different family. And I used to say at the age of 5, why were we so different? We can't speak English. We have very little in our family. We didn't have television. We didn't have a phone. We had very little. Minimalists. And my father kept on working every day. My mother used to work at the Golden Circle Cannery, peeling pineapples. She'd get fired, reinstate herself by changing her name by Depot or by her maiden name, and would go back to work. There'd be my mother, my father, my brother, my 2 sisters, all going out to work. And I was one of those privileged kids where I realised that I had to go to work as well. We worked in my father's vineyard, a grapevine. And that's where my transformation of a child started. It's quite extraordinary. I look back and there was something else that was different about me. I was struggling in my school years. I failed my grade 4. When I got to grade 10, they called me up and they said, you will never make it to grade 12. And I thought, that's what you think. Let me tell you what I think. And so I wasn't a dropout. I was just told I'd never make it into the educational system. So I went and left grade 10 and did what they suggested and go to a typing school. I did my grade 10 junior English and passed it. I then thought, no, that's not enough. I want to do grade 12. All my friends are doing grade 12. All my friends are going to university. And I thought, I am going to do my grade 12. And guess what? I failed my grade 12 English again. First time, second time, third time, failed. I was bilingual. I could only speak Italian with a little bit of English. It was always in my bone that I was going to pass it. And so I did pass my grade 12 senior at night. I did it at night while I was working during the day. And one of the greatest things that happened was when the University of Queensland accepted me as a mature age student. Wow, that was like winning the lottery. So once again, they told me I would never make it, and I thought, watch me, I will do it. I will repeat, I will do whatever I have to do to get through an education journey. And let me tell you, that's what's made me transformational. And so, of course, I went to work, and guess what happened? I was different. Again, I was disruptive. I wanted more in my life, and I worked in legal offices, and they would fire me. And I'd go to the next job, they'd fire me there. I got fired from at least several legal offices for about 8 years. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and said, I'll do it or die. I've got to do something about securing my job. And I thought, what can that be? And I got a little typing job in a business college teaching people to type. They fired me there too. And I thought, wow. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I do it or die. And what happened was, without me knowing, the students protested and said, we must have Serena Rosso back. And for the first time ever, I got accepted by the students. And I thought, that's it. I'll be reinstated and I'll start my own little business college. That happened 40 years ago. And what did I do? It wasn't enough just having 10 students. I wanted more. I wanted to become accredited. I wanted to be recognized. I wanted to be able to go out there and not just give people education, but get them a real job, a sustainable job. And the rest is history. So today I stand proudly saying, an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur sometimes when you don't even know you're an entrepreneur. And what made it more challenging was that I was a woman. They didn't lend to banks. I wanted to buy my first house. They said, we don't lend to women. And I went, watch me. I got my mother. And she and I became the mortgagees, the mortgagors. And I bought my first home. And then I started a business with $2,600. So guys, an entrepreneur is someone who believes in themselves regardless of diversity, believes in the crossroad of your life. When someone is saying to you, you will never make it, you've got to say to yourself, that's what they think. But what is it that you think? Because that's what's really, really important. And let me tell you, through the journey of 40 years, it hasn't been easy. Absolutely not. There's been, my first business college was on fire. Had to go and find a new campus. And the first place I went to was where I was fired. And the first person I saw was the boss that fired me. He said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm bringing my business up here. He said, you'll never make it. And I thought to myself, that's what you think. And we surely did. And then we bought our own first high-rise building. And thanks to Donald Trump, I named the building after myself, the Serena Rosso Centre. And now you know we have 457 Adelaide Street, 457 Queen Street, under the name of Serena Rosso Plaza. Guys, you've inspired me. You've given me today the desire to keep going, keep fighting, keep believing, keep getting excited. And now you guys have graduated. So you're saying, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? Well, there's many things you can do. You can start your own business. You can disrupt. Today, thanks to Steve Jobs, he created a phone. He too got fired and got reinstated. Being fired, you can celebrate. Call me. Tell me, I've just been fired. I'll send you a congratulations letter. Because that's when you know your passion. That's when you know you're on the right side of life. Because you've got a choice to stay and be a disbeliever or be a believer. So thank you. So when we got started, we bought this building. And by the way, every competitor thought we just bought a floor. I said, no, I love the building so much. I bought the whole building. They couldn't believe it. So we have believers and we have disbelievers. What motivated me is filling the building. And so we had to create English schools and diplomas. And the next thing I did was I went running one day into Queen Street. I saw a building. I said, I've got a dream. We're going to have our own university. The disbeliever said, you'll never do it. I said, watch me. We got James Cook University, the most prestigious university in Australia. Give them a big clap. And 13 years later, we're still here. And my mother was 102 and a half. So, Chancellor, we're still going to continue. I'm very young. So all I want to say is, you've got a book. It's called Meet Me at the Top. Guys, I hope you enjoy it. And guess what? That's something else. People say, you're going to write a book? I wrote the book, I published the book, and I made it a bestseller. I bought 40,000 copies. I have a TV show, How to Get That Job. 21 years, I told everyone, you too can get a job. And you know, whoever thought that today we'd be doing jobs not just for graduates, but disability, mental health, homelessness, asylum seekers, non-speaking. I love it because everyone deserves to find a diamond within. That's my job, to say you have a diamond. And you've got to find it within. It's right there, right now. It needs to be shined. It needs to be tapped. And it needs to be believed that you have a diamond, like everyone else that you envy or may look up to. They started just like you. So can I just say congratulations. This is an extraordinary day for me. I'm celebrating with you. If you want to stay in Australia, we're the job queen. Well, I certainly am. Come and see me. We'd love to help you get that job. And if you want to go back to your country, you know, I support you. Show them that you are the leader of belief, the leader of inner belief, and the leader to make a difference. You are our renewal. We're expecting you to go out there and create greatness. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to your family, the believers, who are so proud of you, and they are here to witness the gold that you're wearing. I found some gold in my dress and gold in my shoes, because one day I too will have an honorary degree. So all I can say is thank you, congratulations, and I shall see you at the top. Thank you. We salute you. Thank you.
I invite Mr. Narendra Nath Sanyal to deliver the graduate's address.
Ms. Serena Russell, members of official party, members of staff, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and most importantly, this exceptional batch of brilliant minds, the graduating class of 2019. Namaste. Good afternoon, and congratulations to you all. We did it. When I was told that I would be delivering the graduate's address, I thought, yeah, sure, I got this. It's very easy, I can do that. But as the time came closer and the ceremony was just in 1 week, I could finally finish the speech 1 hour before, like we always did for all our assignments. It's true. When all else fail, last-minute panic is your best friend. JCU, what a journey it has been. We all came to this country 2 years ago with a lot of questions. How will I manage studies? Where will I live? Where will I work? Will I even make friends? All these questions were answered by this university. Thank you so much, JCU. For making us independent, self-reliant, and better version of ourselves. Apart from being a university that guarantees a lifetime of bragging rights, you have given us a story to raise a toast to, friends to cling our glasses with. We are eternally grateful for this. Thank you so much, JCU. I speak for all of us when I thank Ms. Serena Russo. Wow, what a speech. Thank you so much for inspiring us. Sharing some of her wisdom, it's truly our privilege to be in presence of such a trailblazer. And I'm sure each one of us is going to leave this room inspired to build a professional legacy as honorable as yours. Thank you, Serena. A university can only be as good as the administrative staff who runs it. I would like to thank all the administrative staff, enrollment and finance team, the library staff, Carolyn, Vedrana, Niharika, Cassandra. Thank you for the dedication towards success of all the students. JobLinks team for helping students gain professional work experiences. The student advocate and counselor, our learning advisor, Brett. Thank you for guiding us and all the successful orientations. I guess he's not there today, but thank you, Brett. I would like to thank all the professors to share all the knowledge, all the patience, and all the constructive feedbacks. I would like to give a special shout out to some professors who made a huge impact in my journey. Dr. Ian Kirkwood and Luke Spiller. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for igniting the entrepreneur and entrepreneur within all of us. I'm sure we all will make you proud. All the other professors who helped us, thank you so much for helping us getting good grades. Well, not all of us, but, thank you so much for all the professors. I would like to thank all the families for their love, unconditional support, silent sacrifices, and for some of us, the fee payments. For the students who took a loan like me, welcome to the world of debt. Our friends and relatives who are present here and the ones who are watching us live, we see you. Your support means the world to us. Last but not the least, my student association. You did a brilliant job. Thank you so much for being with me throughout these 2 years. The past student council, the current student council, you guys doing a very good job. Keep it up and let's get all the students at the top, like Serena says. Today, I'm not here to give you any career advice. I believe each one of us is going to pave our own way to our success. But I have a quick story to share with you guys. During my internship at Serena Russo Group, I came across an old news release where Serena said, "Your confidence will grow if you repeat and believe in the following statements. Persistence will help me succeed. I am responsible for all my decisions. I will treat myself as someone special." And the one line which I like the most, "My future begins now." Thank you, Serena, for helping us get to the top. The simple fact that the power to make or change our future could lie in this decision we make at the very moment is both exciting and nerve-wracking. But there's one virtue that will help you ride the tide and get you where you want to be. It's self-belief. Growing up, I never thought I could excel in academia. I failed in my 7th grade. I spent a great portion of my life letting that underconfidence manifest into my reality. I wish I could tell the younger me that one day I will be on the podium, living up to that type of being called that Indian guy giving the graduates address. Better late than never, huh, Mom and Dad? So, as someone who has spent a good amount of time living on both sides of the confidence spectrum, trust me when I say this, there is a certain magic in self-belief. It switches something in you. It might not give you the right direction, but it will be the guiding light along the path. It might not give you the wings, but it will be the wind beneath it. So, dare to be the risk taker. Don't fake it till you make it. Fake it till you be it. Talk to that new friend. There could be a friend behind the stranger's face. Pamper your mind with happy thoughts and train it to believe in its limitless potential. Be your harshest critique and then go to be your fiercest cheerleader all along the way to the finish line. Our future begins now. See you all at the top. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Very good.